Welcome back, trainers, and we do have the official information for the Max Battle Day, which is going to be Go Bigger. That's what it's going to be called here. So let's go ahead and go over these details. We're going to go over counters as well and see what we have going on. If you haven't checked out my last video, go check that out. Some people are calling it the biggest scandal in Pokemon Go, or the biggest controversy. That's not true. It's a big situation, but the biggest, I don't think so. Well, what happened with the remote raids, all that. Yeah, let's chill it out with the sensational titles here. It was screwed up, but not the biggest. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over this here. This is going to be from Leak Duck. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this event is going to be going down April 25th at 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. So it is only going to be for a couple of hours. So make sure you do take advantage of this. All right, let's go ahead and look at the bonuses. So max particle collection limit is going to increase to 1,600. All power spots are going to be hosting Gigantamax battles. There's going to be 4 of them. We'll go over those. The power spots will refresh more frequently every 30 minutes. The additional power spots will be active, so more spots for you to battle them. Times 8 max particles from the power spots, up to 3 special trades, and from April 24th at 5 p.m. until April 25th at 8 p.m. PDT, you will be able to do up to 20 remote raids. So it's going to increase from 10 to 20 if you are willing to spend that extra money. I understand that's maybe the only way for a lot of people to do it, but it is a lot more expensive as you have to use your remote raid pass, and then the particles and the Gigantamaxes are way more expensive with those particles. So if you're not able to go out there and collect them from the spots, you're going to be dishing out quite a bit if you don't have any saved up. The following bonuses will be active from April 25th at 12 a.m. until 5 p.m. local time, times 2 particles from exploring, and then 1/4 the distance for the particles when you explore. Okay, and then you're going to be having a ticket for $4.99 or equivalent in your area, which is going to give you the max mushroom, 25,000 XP. I was going to say Stardust, and then 6,400 particles. Okay, so looking good. And then you also receive the following bonuses, times 2 XP from the max battles. So of course, turn on a star piece, turn on a lucky egg, and collect a bunch of resources. Okay, it's all about that Stardust. Now the featured Pokemon are going to be Gigantamax, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, and they're throwing in Gengar randomly in here, which is great because it's definitely something that you want to have if you're interested in doing max battles. And of course, you're going to have the max mushroom. I just wanted to throw this out here. It's going to make it so it's essentially 2 of yourself. So if you have 6 people, you'll be able to all put on max mushroom on and effectively have 12 people. Really depends on the damage output. Definitely going to help you if you need a little bit more power, so don't forget that. And then to have a ticket, we already been over that, and it is going to contain lots of these particles. And I have a little bit of a tip for you. I went over this before, but we'll go over it again right here. So what you're going to want to do when it comes to all of the particles that you're going to be able to collect from the ticket that you're going to get, collect your particles first from the power spots, max those out. Once you've maxed those out, then collect your distance or your particles from your distance. Once you've collected that, then of course this will expire, so you need to do it within the time frame. But after that, collect these so you don't waste it and max yourself out. That's just the best way to go. Okay. All of them will be shiny or can be shiny upon the catch screen. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. I have a Venusaur, was traded, but I still need everything. Well, I got a couple of Gengars. Okay, let's look at the counters here. So first up against Venusaur, best counter is going to be Gigantamax Cinderace, Gigantamax Charizard, Gigantamax Scorch, which I don't know why it's on this list. It's not out yet. Dynamax Alakazam with Psycho Cut, Latio, Zen Headbutt, Germanitan with Incinerate, of course, Espeon with Zen Headbutt. Is it Zen Headbutt? Does that have confusion too? Okay, Zen Headbutt. Metagross, Zen Headbutt, Moltres, Wing Attack, and Flareon, Fire Spin. Okay, so there's pretty good counters here. Pick and choose your battles, right? Essentially, Cinderace and Charizard. Charizard's got a massive resistance to it if it doesn't hit you with poison. Okay, so there is Venusaur. Now going up against Charizard, this is going to be even easier because of the 4 times weakness to rock. You have Gigalith, number 1 there. Then you do have Gigantamax Inteleon, Omnistar, of course, Dynamax. If I don't say Gigantamax, it's Dynamax. I have an Omnistar powered up myself, so I'm going to use that. Gigantamax, okay, that's not out yet. Okay, why is that on the list? Taking a spot. Gigantamax Keenler, Gigantamax Toxicroak, Dynamax Boulder, Yeah, I'm not using Poke Battler right now because their website was wrong. I'm using GoHub, so this might be a little off than our typical stuff. Fill in the blanks. You know, we don't have Dreadnought or anything. Teleon, Dynamax, Urshifu with the Rapid Spin one, the water, and then Dynamax Zapdos. So that's Charizard. Okay. And then finally, well, not finally, there's another one. Blastoise, Gigantamax Rillaboom, Gigantamax Toxtricity, Gigantamax, that's not out, Gigantamax Venusaur, Zapdos, Raikou, Rillaboom, and Jolteon, Toxtricity Low, okay, and then Toxtricity Dynamax at the end. And then finally for Gengar, I'm excited for this one because I'm actually going to be able to finally use Grimmsnarl Gigantamax here. So I do have 2 Gigantamax Gengars that I will be using. Those are going to be number 1. It's saying Sucker Punch. Now this is going up against Gengar, right? It's saying Sucker Punch, Gigantamax. Maybe, Shadow Claw works too. And then you have Gigantamax, Grimmsnarl, Sucker Punch. I mean, you don't need to really care about that. I mean, because you have a set move for your Gigantamax. Dynamax, Alakazam, Psycho Cut, Dynamax, Latios, Zen Headbutt, Espeon, Zen Headbutt, Gengar, Shadow Claw, Metagross, Zen Headbutt, Excadrill. That's going to be definitely a good one. Mudslap, Urshifu, with Sucker Punch, Hatena, Psycho Cut, and then Glade, Psycho Cut. So pick and choose what you need to do. Of course, these are not going to be the ones where you're only going to be limited to 4. So there's going to be a ton of people in there. Go ahead and throw this video up. Just want to throw in these suggestions. Crown Zacian can also be used up against Venusaur. It's not going to hit it with super effective, but you will resist if it is using only grass moves, okay? And then you do also have Eternatus. You can use that up against all of them, technically. And you resist grass, you resist fire, and you resist water, okay? So you have that too. You also have Zamazenta with Ice Fang, which will be great to go up against Venusaur, okay? Metagross up against Venusaur as well. You know, I'm just showing you my stuff. So, you know, whatever you need to use to go up against these things. Again, there's going to be a big lobby. Hopefully it won't have just the minimal amount of people. Super happy I powered up this Alakazam here. Very excited to use it. Although, I don't know if it'll even make a difference because the lobbies are going to be absolutely loaded up with people. Got the Inteleon. And of course, the Dynamax Charizard can also be used. Again, it has that flying quick move, which will translate into a flying charge move for the battle. It's funny that the Dynamax has more combat power than the Gigantamax because of the IVs. I do have a Gigantamax Charizard to the Gengars, of course, like I said. So I'm all set. I'm ready to go. I'm going to have a good time. As far as doing the remotely, I will maybe do a couple of Venusaur, okay? I'll do maybe a couple of Gengar, maybe a couple of Charizard. A couple, not even of each. Probably a max of 5 total, maybe 4 remotely. Because that shit's way too much money, okay? That's just getting ridiculous, right? So I'll do most of them in person, of course. And there's the Omnistar, looking pretty good. So there you go, folks, all right? And I seen in the last video that you all were looking for the video on what happened between me when I went to the thing back in 2019. The video explanation, I think, is down. But in the original video that me and him went up against, just read the comments, okay? I mean, I don't want to, like... So essentially, what happened was, I mean, there was just a lot, the lag, okay? Look, go read the comments. I don't... He just kept asking for a restart, picked the situation, and that was it, okay? That's if that's what you want to know, right? But, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, so there you go, folks. We'll go ahead and power this Blastoise up a little bit here. Why not? I still need to power it up a couple more times. But there you go, folks. Looking pretty good, all right? So we do have the Tick Community Day coming up. Make sure you do not miss that. That is going to be absolutely amazing. You do have 3 times Stardust, so if you're not interested too much, although I don't know who wouldn't be interested in a Tick Community Day, you will be getting 3 times Stardust. And yeah, it's not going to be meta relevant as far as raids, but in PvP, definitely need it. Anyways, there you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.